Hello, my loop friends. Welcome to Live Loopers. I'm Alex, and today is yet another day where Loopy Pro continues to be the looper that I have always dreamed of. Today I will be showing you my setup. If you are familiar with Loopy, I am pretty sure you're going to get some great ideas. I have been getting great ideas from watching what other people have been doing with it, and I'm excited to share what I've been doing with it. If you are not familiar with Loopy Pro yet, this will be a great demonstration of what it can do and why I think it is so awesome. Before I begin, I just want to say this is not intended to be a step-by-step tutorial. There are great step-by-step tutorials out there on YouTube, and I will leave some links in the description below. And also, if you are having difficulty, like you see something, a great idea that I have that you would like to also implement, but you can't figure out how to do it, just leave a comment. I'll be happy to either walk you through how to do it or direct you to exactly where you can find instructions that will help you. But I just can't wait to get into it, so we're going in. My setup is divided into 5 screens, A, B, C, D, and E. The 5th one is sort of still in development, it's a work in progress, but the first 4 are like, they're just, all 4 of them are the best part. Like, I'm just like, I can't wait to show you the best part, and it's like just in the other best part, and plus the best part over here. So, screen 1, screen A, is the best part. My loop friends, ever since the first time I saw Scarfinger take his MPC and plug it up into his RC505 and do finger drumming on an MPC right into a loop station, I have yearned. The yearning is real. I have wished that I could have my own way to have, even if it's not an MPC, some kind of really good finger drumming right into looping. And I have contemplated like getting yet another iPad. Not necessary anymore. Now there is screen A. Basically the way it works is there's just this clip along the top, and you just have 16 different sounds recorded, and this grid, which is a widget that Loopy Pro will just let you put in, and also Loopy Pro will just slice it into transients for you, which means it'll just divide it into the sounds, so that basically I could finger drum all day to my heart's content and just make whatever beat whenever I want to. You know? And so there's like 16 different sounds here. And, you know, just go for it. I have 4 orange donuts clips, which is more than I would ever need for a beat. I'd usually just end up using 1 or 2. There's this little red button over here, which is arming, and I can mute. I don't ever use it, so I probably should take it out of there. I have a pitch slider right here. I don't use it all the time, but I mean, it's just like you already have this finger drumming grid, and already there's hours of fun right there. And then also, like, this same selection that I have infinitely more selections now because I can just like pitch them around. There is also here an orange slider, and that orange slider just lets me control the volume of whatever beat is looping independently. Oh man, I have so yearned for a way to better organize my sounds and keep mentally what I'm doing, and now the beat, the percussion part, is just orange, and it has its own independent volume slider, so I can adjust the volume of the percussion. And in the very corner there's a button that says clear, and clear just flushes all the recordings, all the donuts, any music sounds that are recorded on anything, on any of the pages, just goes away, and I am ready to make the next song. Ignore the little part that says AY in the corner. That'll make sense when we get to the end with screen E. But Otherwise, this is screen A. It is wonderful. I love it so much. And the very last thing before we move on to screen B, which is the best part, is just that on this screen, the way I have my setup set up is that there is a significance to this one orange loop in the corner, which is the first loop I use for making my beats. That loop is the loop that can carry over into screen C, but we'll come back to that at screen C. My loop friends, welcome to screen B. Screen B is a very best part. Oh my goodness, for so long I have wanted to be able to do this, and now I can. I have wanted to have a screen where I could just switch instrument voices with the press of a button. No fiddling through screens, no closing one app, opening another app, no jumbling around, just button press, boom. One thing I will say, just keeping it real, just to keep it 100, is that sometimes these AUV3s will like crash in between sessions, or you just go to open them and they all have an exclamation point on them, and you have to like just tap on them and reload them. You could just do that once at the beginning of your session. You're good to go again. And then you have it again with just a button press. You can, and not only can you press a button and get a different instrument voice, you can press a few buttons and get multiple instrument voices at once. Are you kidding me? I have been wanting to do that for so long. I saw some people do that with AUM like maybe a year or two ago and just been like, oh please. And now Loopy Pro makes it so I can do it, and do you understand how much joy this is bringing me, like every day? Loopy Pro, I love it. But here are I got two basses pressed here, and I am going to play them both at the same time. I have now that everything is so nicely color coded, I have it so that I just record usually a bass track into one or more of these yellows. I mean, I could have up to 3 if I wanted to, and then I will usually throw some pads and these magenta ones in the middle and throw my main melody track or something, whatever sounds I like. I have it over in the teal, and then I will let me just make a track real quick so that I have some bass, so that I'm not going crazy from lack of bass. All right. I like that, but hey, why not do another one? They're a little bit competing with one another, so I'm going to turn one down a little bit. Okay, so on here we have 3 volume sliders over to the left hand side. Things that like affect everything, all the different color groups globally. I've just been using the color white just to differentiate. But there are 3 volume sliders, as you see. I use these teal donuts over in the right to record whatever sounds are catching my interest at the time. But also the added significance of the teal ones is that they exist outside of this volume slider on the left. So I'm not even going to change out of bass. I'm just going to transpose up on my keyboard and just make some sounds with a bass that'll no longer be bass because it'll be pitched higher. But here we go. I'm going to loop it. So now that teal track right there, it exists outside of this left volume slider, so that I can at any time I want to, turn down everything except that track. Nice, bring it back. And then the volume slider on the right turns down everything. That can fade out like all the sounds anytime you want to do that. I have a reverb slider that can put reverb on the whole entire mix anytime I want to. Again, I have the clear button from the first page, which on any given page I want to just be able to press that and like be done with a song and start a new song. But that clear button isn't its own. I mean, it's that clear button when you press it, it just triggers the actual clear button from page A. So like anytime I want to make changes to the clear button or add more things that it does to clear everything, I just make that one change on page A and it changes all the clear buttons. Loopy makes things a lot easier. I mean, it takes a little bit of a learning curve, I will admit, but once you got it, it makes things easier. Also, there are 4 orange buttons over on the upper left-hand side, and all those are just ways that I can turn on and off the percussion tracks that I made on page A. You can double press them to instantly turn them on and off, or you can just press them once and wait for a loop cycle and just turn them back on and off. From page B, you don't have to go back to page A. I mean, it's not hard to touch page A and go back to page A and do it, but you don't even have to. You just do it right here from page B. It's awesome. I'll go into the mixer for a second just to show you like all the routing I had to do to get like each of these buttons along this button row here is a different AUV3, and I just have it set so that a button press will keep it from going to send A or allow it to go to send A. And then send A goes back and fills, I mean, send A sends to all the different color group recording loops. As I said in the last video, you just have to figure it out once, and the routing did take me a while to figure it out, but once you figure it out once, it just works from now on. I'm just gonna put some pads in the middle just for the widen out of it. That came in a bit hot. That's like too loud. I don't really like that. And that is this third white volume slider over on the left-hand side. That allows you to control the instrument volume coming in and out, and I have it set intentionally to about 85-90% because that gives me a little headroom. If it's coming in a little too quiet, I can raise the raise the volume a little bit and get up over the noise gate, and I find myself using that more often than I would have thought I would need it. It's very handy to have it there, and it's also handy there to turn it down if I need to, just very quickly and conveniently. You can even slide it up and down while you're recording. I wouldn't do that. You'd probably have too much fun doing that. Stop that. But also there's volume sliders next to each of these color tracks, so you can turn the bass down whenever you want to. Turn down that melody line. So I was having trouble with the AUV3s, like trying to get them placed on the screen right. And now that I have my keyboard controller working, it's just a button press. I don't have to think about the AUV3s all that much. You just press a button, activate the ones that you want. Oh my goodness, my loop friends! This is screen B. It's the best part. And screen C is also the best part. Here we are on screen C. My loop friends, this is something that I never knew that I always wanted to do, but clearly I always have wanted to do this. I just didn't know that, but now it's just there inside of Loopy Pro. I can do it, so this is my resampling screen. As you saw on page A, there's these grid buttons where you can just get it to break up things into transients, and it just does it automatically. It just does it. And on screen C, I have it so that I can play music with the music that I already made. I already made some music. Now I can just make more music with that music. Let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. Remember when I said on screen A, this number 1 loop here is very significant? Well, on screen B, also the top yellow one, the top magenta one, and the top teal one, cyan, whatever light blue color that is, those are all replayable in my resampler screen right here. So, for example, if we turn down all these, you can hear this. I can play this. Are you kidding me? So, I mean, usually I would leave the volume turned up on everything and just play it together. That's crazy! Also on page C, we have another copy of the clear button, which is good because sometimes I get a little carried away on the C screen and just need to flush everything and start over again. One thing that I have access to that makes that necessary is that I have these 8 sliders in a row, which allow me to start messing around with effects. This is a tornado session that has all these effects in it. Some of them are really crazy, and you have a lot of fun with them. Particularly, I like these ones under the magenta resampler, and number 5 and 6 over here. You can just sort of glitch it out, and like maybe once per show, I like to, have everybody be like, "Oh my goodness, his sounds are in distress," and then you just sort of flush everything, go back to page A, and start another one, and the party continues. Everybody's dancing again. But yeah, glitching things out with Tornado can sound sort of like this. Fun times! Oh, and also on the resampler screen, like, as fun as it is to just touch the buttons and like make more music with the music you already made, I also have these 4 donuts over on the side, 1 for each color, so that I can record any resampling that I'm doing if I need to. 8 buttons over here next to the volume sliders are just little tiny buttons, but along the top row, it allows me to arm whatever color I want to record, and the bottom buttons, those 4 bottom lower ones, allow me to turn on and off what's actually playing in that track. It sort of like just turns that track off, but I can still play what's in that track. So that I don't have to be competing with what's in that track while it's playing. And since I'm going to go ahead and arm it, and now it's turned off, and then I can press the blue donut and record. And now now that's good and recorded. You can use that expand trick from the previous video to actually even pad that out with more silence. I have more effects faders in this bottom row over here, and those I haven't really gotten working yet, so I can't show you what to do. But yeah, could have, I mean, just Loopy, you know, you don't ever have to be done. I was gonna wait to make this video when I was like, you know, more finished, and then I realized, who am I kidding? Come on. Like, this is just a work in progress. Like, anytime you get more ideas, you just put more ideas into your Loopy Pro and just do the new ideas. Such as the best part, Screen D. Oh. My Loop friends, this is Screen D. I have always wanted this, and now I have it. Just extra fun vocal samples to play around with. I love chopping up samples, and I love finding sounds and, you know, the human voice and words and things.
This is a sound. This is a sound.
This is a sound. Oh my goodness, so fun.
This is a journey into sound.
That's crazy! Are you kidding me? I can just, oh, there's so much fun you can have. I have a couple donuts just in case I want to resample into that. I have a volume slider so that in case the music is too loud and you can't hear the samples, you can just turn down the music, turn back up the samples. I'm just going to record some samples into here.
This is a sound. This is a sound. This is a sound.
How fun is that?
This is a sound.
So at any point in the process of making music, then I can just, I'm a rapper, and then I just make some music and do my rapping, and then people are like, oh my god, he sure raps over some weird music, and then I'm like, yeah, isn't it wonderful? This is what I like to do with Loopy Pro. Anybody can use Loopy Pro to like go in hundreds of different directions. It's like so versatile. It can do all kinds of awesome things. Just right quick, I have Screen E. Screen E. I'm having a little difficulty making it work. But I found that I have been able to make it work by using clips instead of buttons. I've been able to make it work using buttons. But I can like double tap these clips, and I can go into like different versions of my setup. Like, I have my whole setup configured the way I like it. But if I like double tap this, it will load like a different version. It actually loaded the same version, but I can load a different version. This one, you'll see in the corner, it's called Grit, and on these 16 different sample pads, different samples. So cool. And then Screen B has different instrument voices, and you know, Screen C, the resampler is the exact same, but Screen D has different audio clips in it. So, like, I can just load up, like, tons and tons of different packages and use Screen E just to swap between them very easily, or mostly easily. And, the party never ends. Oh, my goodness. My Loop friends, do you understand how much fun I am having every single day now that Loopy Pro is here? And you can, too. If this video helps you in any way, please share it with your Loop friends. Let people know that this video and this channel exists, and also click the like button. That helps. And if you would like to see more videos from live loopers in the future, just click the subscribe if you haven't done so already. And definitely talk to me. Leave some comments in the comment place. What are you using Loopy Pro for? Are you having as much fun as I'm having? Oh my goodness, my Loop friends, loop on. See you in the next